Hello once again. Let's start the video right away. I want to speak about something that I've been noticing about myself. The longer it is that I go without success, the riskier and more unorthodox the ideas I come up with are. Not all ideas I get are honestly good ideas, so to say, in the ethics perspective. Let's say that some of them are questionable, and I do not know what that means. I've only been able to truly get one thing out of this all conversation, out of this thought, out of the reflection that I gave upon this thought, and that is that I am willing to do anything it takes to get to where I want to go. And that is something that I'm very pleased to know about myself, because for a long time you have your doubts. Do I really want this? Of course anyone would like to be rich. If you went around the street and you asked people, what, if I just click my fingers and $1 million shows in your account, no attachments, not anything, just $1 million, just like this, there's no obligations behind them, no tricks, would you take him? I mean, I have a hard time, I would have a very hard time finding someone who would say no. And guess what? Majority of the people who would say no, they would be saying no as a way to try to portray themselves as someone they're not. Trying to portray themselves as humble, smart, by saying that they wouldn't take the money because this reason or that reason. Majority of them, if it was actually a real thing, they were locked in a room, no one would know, they'd click the fucking button. They'd ask me to click my fingers. So you guys know what I mean. But there's a difference between wanting something and actually wanting something. Obviously this is not a concept that I came up with. The first time I heard it was, some of you might not like him, some of you may like him. I've grown astray from him in the last few years, but still he has a lot of interesting takes. Mr. Andrew, I'm not gonna say his surname, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He was the first person I heard say this, and it made a lot of sense when I heard it. A lot of us convince ourselves that we want something, but of course you want something. Yeah, of course everyone wants to be rich, but do you actually want it? Because you can quantify how much you want something by what you are willing to give up to get it. And I have found myself that I found this about myself. I am willing to give up a lot in order to achieve financial success and a life of abundance and blah blah blah. And that is something that I was very proud to know about myself, that I actually want this, and I'm not just one of those guys who convince themselves that they want this. Next topic. I've been trying to embark on this new project. It's been over a month, but everything that could go wrong is going wrong and has been wrong. It's almost like I'm witnessing some crazy resistance from the universe. Like the universe doesn't want me to do this, or the universe doesn't want me to do anything at all, because honestly it's been hard to come up with ideas of what to do next. And all this resistance, I was already down, and I started to do something new, and then I encountered all this resistance. Honestly, just makes me feel like shit. It makes me feel like I can't do anything right. And it's not easy when you're down bad and you're trying to make something of yourself, but Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. You're just left to think, okay, so maybe I do something else. Okay, do what? Then you have to figure out a whole new idea again. And then you're wasting time. And there's no, what I'm trying to get at is that there's no direction. As I said before, I'm a lost puppy wandering around the planet, and I have no clue what I'm doing. And that's the scariest part of all. And another very interesting point that has to do with the last one is that I said that I'm encountering some resistance, almost as a sign from the universe that I shouldn't be trying to do this project. But I have a problem with signs. I feel like you can easily convince yourself of something that isn't true. When you start looking for signs, I feel like you can find signs in order to justify doing what you do. And I want to make sure I'm objective. I want to make sure that these signs are actually real and I'm not just making them up to either mold these so-called signs from the universe to fit what I want or not want to do. And you know, it's hard to make sure you're being objective and doing the right thing. Yeah, I just do not want to make up signs. I want them to be true, and it's hard to figure out if they are or they're not true. And I feel like I just yapped a bit, so you know what, I'm gonna shut the hell up.